Alright, rock and roll. G'day everyone. G'day. Welcome to tonight's stream. How good. Y'all ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. Let's do that. And no, that's yeah. Let's try magenta. All right. Tonight I'm using my red grass holder for the first time, so I'll be interested to see how it feels. Overall. Nice big mould lines in there, Deno. Some of your best, mate. Might have to fix that actually. Better do it now while I still can. Maybe get a little bit of warm yellow, perhaps. A bit more orange. G'day, Frog Jim. How are you, mate? This is Uther's head from the bust I've been working on the last few Well, actually, I started it Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah, the black crow dude. He's a cool guy. I'm excited to be painting him. It's been a good experiment, non-metallic metal. Yes. Something like that. I'll show you that later. It's drying at the moment. Alright. Might actually call it there with the airbrush for a bit. It's not finished yet, but I hope it will be okay when it is finished. I'll just... Yeah, this is what it's at the moment. It's not finished. There's a fair bit of stuff I want to tweak. Hasn't got the sparkle highlights yet, so it still doesn't quite look like gold. But hopefully it will when it's all finished. So we'll keep working on that later on. But yeah, we're doing the face tonight. Well, for as long as it takes to do the face, I mean. Get a bit of sunny skin tone. Alright. What have you been doing lately, Frog Jim? I don't really keep all that abreast of the forum. The Discord, I guess. Yes, I know the one. One of the only one of those bus of that range of bus that I haven't bought yet, actually. I will, I think. Ah, yeah, the pirate chick's awesome. I did the 75mm figure of her. G'day VPC. Where did I put my green? Hey, thanks an anonymous cheerer. What a legend. Okay. Yeah, that's why I bought it as well, mate. Just a good opportunity to practice busts, non-metallic metal, all those things, skin tones, everything. Just a good bust. Got all that sort of gear. He's not shot. Fuck, I'd love to see Colwell paint this bust. This face, he'd just crush this face. Wow. Yeah, there's also the Hound from Game of Thrones. The scarred head and the lank hair. I like this one better. Huh. Well, we can still do that. This piece is not glued. We have the technology. So, early impressions on this red grass handle is that this thing moving around is pissing me off. I don't want it to move around. I want it to stay still. But I think that may just be a preference, and I'm sure that I would get used to that. It's very comfortable to hold on to. I will say that much for certain. Haha, happy party Monday, Nicky Jags. Stevie. Welcome. Welcome back. We have the technology. We can rebuild it. I love a cheeky Tuesday. Love a cheeky Tuesday. These party Mondays are great. Absolutely glorious. G'day Esmeralda. How are you? We haven't had any songs yet, Stevie. No, it's been a quiet start to Party Monday. But I had a great day yesterday. It was obviously Sunday for me, and for many of you. But I got involved in watching the Netflix TV show Shadow and Bone. And if you're not across Shadow and Bone, that's okay. It's based on a book series set in a steampunk-ish, fantasy-ish Russia. I liked it a lot. So much so that I finished it yesterday. And I started it yesterday. Yep, I did have to crank the brightness up a few notches. That is a fact. And it was quite dark for a lot of the show, which I think I won't say too much, but that's a part of the premise of the show. I don't really know too many Elvis songs. I know you ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. She said you was high class, well that was just a lie. That's about all I can remember. Never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. G'day, Wampa. Ma. I think I remember return to sender. Address unknown. No such number. From Coldplay. And it was all yellow. Came along. I wrote a song for you. And it was called Yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. You love something. For you I bleed myself. Oh, Switchfoot, there's a great band. I used to love Switchfoot. Hey, bangers. My brother-in-law's favourite song is a Switchfoot song. Well, that might not be true, actually. I think I just remember his favourite Switchfoot song. It's 24. All my symphonies, 24 parts. Life is not what I thought it was 24 hours ago. Still I'm singing, Spirit, take me up in arms with you. Life is not what I thought it was 24 hours ago. Great song. Alright. Was it Topulus who was recommending Shadow and Bone to me? If it was Topulus, good recommendation, champ. Don't know if he's in the chat, probably not, but good recommendation. Oh, Linkin Park. We listened to Linkin Park on our Tuesday night games group. Classic. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this, all I want to do. It's been more like me, be less like you. And I know I may end up feeling too. And I know. I think you scared him away, mate. You were just someone disappointed in you. I think I have, yes. Nicky Jakes was just messing around with the locals. Oh, my girlfriend and I were talking about Beyonce last night. If you haven't already watched it, do yourself a favour and go and watch the Channing Tatum episode of Lip Sync Battle where Queen Bee joins in. Amazing. Oh, 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 oh. If you like it, then you should put a ring on it. And in my very own dream, decided to drip, my own drip, another brother noticed me. You up on him, you up on me, don't pay him any attention. Like me, Bunny! Cause if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. G'day. JW Miniatures, what's going on, champion? Don't treat me to these things of the world. I'm not that kind of girl. Your love is what I prefer, what I deserve. And take the limbs me to destiny, to infinity and beyond. Let me into your arms, see I'm the one who won't. Like a ghost, I'll be gone. All single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh, awesome. Yeah, my unfortunate next period of time off is Christmas. But it is my first Christmas off in quite a while, so I'm looking forward to it. My last Christmas off was, probably like 6 years ago. I'm just in a good mood today, Bucks. How are you, mate? Hey, Plank. Wow, how good is that? Get excited. So if anyone missed yesterday's stream, I'll showcase this chap. So I did a little bit of this so far. I don't know how this happened actually. Like I was just because I haven't finished fucking Eldarin yet, and I just sat there on Saturday night. And I was like, yeah, I feel like fucking painting that Uther model, and yeah, so I just started kicking on with this. And then that was like a little bit of work on Saturday night, and then I did it on stream. I did these two bits on stream. Yeah, so I don't know what happened, but there you go. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. You can see the back. The back's not finished. But there is going to be a bluish colour light there, and I haven't decided what colour to paint that jobbo yet. But it does actually look metalish from the back so far, sort of, kind of, yep. I'll count it. Still counts. I just had sex, and my dreams came true. Dreams came true. A woman let me put my penis inside her. Wanna tell the world. Honestly, I'd have sex with the pile of manure. Manure! So this one's dedicated to them girls. Let's flop around on top of them. You can hear or fall, short or tall. I want to let you know, let me fuck you. Oh, this is such a fucking kick-ass sculpted face. I tell you what. Wowee. Oh, Chris P. What can I sing for you, mate? Hang on. Oh. So put your hands down my pants and I'll bet you feel nuts. How's the chorus go? How's the chorus go? Fuck, I haven't heard that song in so many years. Oh, that's it. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Do it again now. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Well, I haven't heard that song in forever. Man, that song, I think my friend Chuck's still got that as like his ringtone. Thank you, Chris Pete. Randall, no one wants WikiLeaks on Deno because they've already got all the goss, mate. They already watched the Family Feud extravaganza. Like, what else is left? Honestly, I'd have sex with a pile of manure. Manure. Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, we are going to have to sing Christmas carols, aren't we? Wow. What a terrible fucking decision this has been. What Christmas carols can I sing? I know a few, actually. Bit of Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Come, they told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, on my drum. So one of the things I really love, or I really vividly remember about my sculpting class that I did with Romain Vanden Bogart when he came to Australia a few years back, was just one of the things that I vividly remember about faces. And he told me this thing that stuck with me for ages. But there's actually a little spot in the schnoz, which if you have a look at on the side, you can't really see on this one, but there's a little spot where the nose sort of changes its angle. There's a little line there. So you actually want to have a highlight in this part of the schnoz because that little nose kicks down. And I remember doing that sculpting that there was all of these other little really interesting tidbits about facial structures that when you're sculpting you need to be thinking about all the time, but when you're painting you don't necessarily think about them as much. And it actually made me a better painter doing that sculpting course for that reason. I am a hydraulic oil specialist, thank you. That one's my old time, I think. This is an interesting skin tone that I'm fucking coming up with here, isn't it? Don't think I've done a skin tone like this before. Don't forget the Lamborghini wheel specialist. King of Yellow, up. Anyway, let's have a serious conversation for the moment about the next TV show that I'm watching. It's called Titans. It's on Netflix. Finishing Arrow on the weekend. I felt lost. It's like, what am I going to watch? So then I started watching Shadow and Bone. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective, I finished Shadow and Bone in one day. Oh, Druxy! G'day, Druxy. I still don't think I've actually fixed my shout outs yet. Shout out, Drux. Flick and I were talking about the other night, but no, I haven't fixed it yet. I'll figure it out. It'll happen. It'll happen. What's going on, Drux? How was your stream? Of course you can, Nicky Jags. You can get a shout out if you want. Do you have a channel for people to go to? What were you kicking about with today, Druxy? Cannibal Hitman. I was mad keen on Monty Python when I was younger. Ah, g'day, Jan. Ah, Bunny. Wow, I should make you a moderator. Not that there's much really to do, but... Cool. Good point. Good point. Let's make that change right now. Fuck, I can't remember how to do it. Hang on, I can remember. It's in here. Alright, just clicking a few more buttons. Yes. Sit down. I think I've done it. Did it work, Bunny? Chat something in the chat. Yeah! The king! Fuck, I'm so good at streaming, eh? Yeah, don't try banning me in my own chat, alright? I don't know if you can do it, but don't. Now if you're wondering, thank you. Yeah, do it, time you out. If you're wondering what the fuck I'm doing with this skin tone, that's a great question. And I'm not sure either. All I know is the following. We need to have a high value skin tone here, because this is very high value. G'day Alex. Thing. So this needs to be really punchy. So hopefully we'll get there. And it wouldn't be a Deno paint job without cracking out the airbrush and ruining all the great work he's done. So let's get excited about that when it happens soon. That's a great question, actually, Hooligan Grundy. Could be Ed Harris, couldn't it? Does have a bit of his look about him. And given that the other version of this is based on a specific person, it makes sense that this one would be too. That is exactly what I'm doing, Ashes. Hopefully one of these days I'll figure it out. Ah, Benny, what's going on? Very good. Look forward to seeing what you're working on. That's a shame, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Let's do some crazy shit. What about my mate Gavin, who was supposed to be a fucking moderator? On you, Gav. Thanks for all your hard fucking work, dickhead. Now, let's get in there with the great peanut butter. Or do we go something a bit different? Maybe we'll go something a bit different. Always good to mix things up midway through your process. So here's my genuine feeling on this little handle. It's very ergonomic. I like that a lot. The term ergonomic means it's very comfortable to use. What I don't like is that little thing fucking wibbling about all the time. If that thing could stop wobbling, I'd be very pleased. Alright, we're going to do some fucking old A liver spots. It's too thin. She's too thin, laddie. Plastic saviour. I'll do my best, mate. Oh, that looks like a very non-suspicious link, doesn't it? Oh, Bunny, you beat me to it. This is great. Having mods is so great. Come on, you can do it. You may be wondering what the fuck you're doing, Deno. That's a great question, but if you have a real close look at what's happening on the model, maybe we'll even try zooming in a bit. Wow, that's some fucking good detail there. Can we get that focus any better? Oh, how good is this? Fucking hyper detail. What you should see is a lot of tiny little spatters. because I'm using really dilute paint, you're just getting very, very subtle changes. Alright. Don't worry, Plank, I'll protect you, mate. So will Bunny by the sounds of things. Okay. Alright, we'll just add a little splash of my favourite contrast paint. Just a tiny little jobbo in the cheeks, eye bones, eye sockets rather, and Ashes. What can I sing for you today, sir? Rising up back on the street, took my time, took my chances. I went the distance, now I'm something, just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of Hugo, it's the cradle of life, rising up to the challenge of our rivals. And the last known survivor stopped to something in the night, and it's war to the bow. It's the eye of Hugo. Dun, 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 dun. He's a little badass. He's being a good boy at the moment. He's learning how to not bark at other dogs on his walks. What a great kid. And he's doing a good job. Alright, before we go any further, we're going to do the hair because it'll just make the skin tone look a little bit more correct in terms of the value. So this is definitely a grey haired chap, I think, without any shadow of a doubt. Let's use, that could work. Just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of a Hugo, it's the cradle of life. Oh, I just started enjoying the little swibbly thing. So many times it happened too fast. You change your passion for glory. Fuck, I'm beginning to wonder if it is Ed Harris now. It does sort of look like him, doesn't it? So I was chatting on my stream yesterday, on my Sunday morning stream, which is my American friendly stream, so it's too early for Ben to get up and watch, but just chatting about how I felt like the reason why I wanted to jump onto doing this bust. I just feel like I've reached a point where I'm ready to start learning some new things and really push in a different direction. And the urge just struck me to pull this guy out and get cracking. So it doesn't happen very much where I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely have to paint that model next. Normally I'm just picking models just because it's like, yeah, I want to paint something. Here's some things I'm interested in painting, but I have no strong feelings. I'll paint any of them. But this one just was calling out to me, saying, Deno, it's time for you to learn something new today, chap. When you get that call, you listen. Well, I feel like this dude should have bushier eyebrows than this. Alright, what colour should we highlight this grey hair with? Maybe what colour should we shade it with, actually? Let's shade it first. Let's use this. What's this colour? No, Despair Green. That's too green. What about Ryland Grey? Ah, Emmanuel! Green Art of Colours. Welcome to the stream tonight, mate. Hope you're well. We're painting this cool model. My shout-outs aren't really working all that well, mate, but everyone should go follow Emmanuel. He's excellent. Hello, Ear Hawks. How are you, mate? Let me just zoom out so you can all see what I'm working on. This is it's the bust from Black Crow Miniatures. It's called Uther. This is the the work so far. We shall continue with this bad boy. Oh, g'day Captain Carp. And Bunny, once again, you're on fire. I'm actually going to have to start paying you. You've done more work in one stream than than fucking Ben's done in his entire career as a mod. G'day Broadside. Oh, thanks, mate. 4 months of subscriptions. Wow. Appreciate that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Can't believe I've been doing it for this long. I started in February actually. Mid-Feb. I didn't think I would... Well, I wasn't sure how long I'd do it for. But I'm still enjoying myself. And I feel like I've painted more models since I've been streaming. Certainly painted more consistently. Probably did a lot more fits and spurts in the past, and it's been more consistent, which has meant I think I've improved as well. Alright. Ice yellow. Ice yellow. Or the Chimera version of Ice Yellow, which is called Sunray. Ooh. There might be a sunny skin tone as well. I only started streaming in Feb. Certainly been painting for a little while. Yeah, Feb this year. I love this hyper close up. How good is it? You can see absolutely everything that I'm doing. Alright, we're going to get that emerald green out in a second. Always good to overextend the sculpted details for hair strands. Just a touch. Helps just add a tiny little bit more realism into the sculpted hair. Yeah, might be all that you get. Bam, bam. Yes, it's you. Heaven knows I've tried. Just a little bit of, I guess, thought process here. So I've not used a grey paint. I've mixed a grey from some browny colours and some yellowy colours because I want the hair to feel very warm to fit in with the rest of this palette. A lot of the greys that you pick off the shelf, they tend to be cold greys. I wanted a warm one. I wonder if I'm going to glue this head in before I've finished painting the body. I don't think I will. Alright, so now I'm going to start looking at more volume highlights where I want light to be. Use a little bit of off-white, a little bit of sunny skin tone, a little bit of this ice yellow, and a little bit of the previous mix. Let's start doing some light. direction of the strokes, very important with hair. You actually want to use the brush itself to create some of the texture. Ew. Thanks, mate. Have a fantastic lunch. Great painter, that guy. Also did a Kickstarter a few years ago with a couple of cool demon sculpt. Should follow him on Instagram and also on Twitter. Actually, not Twitter, Twitch. Very good painter. Significantly better than me. Cool. Okay. Where's my green at? Where my green at? Green at? Bum bum bum. I think we'll worry more about that when the model is green assembled together. That was just to get a bit of a sense of where that all needs to go. Alright. Might get some Arbuckle's Brown cracking on. Time to do some shadows. Shadows in the deep. Shadows in the deep. We don't want to go too deep on these lower lids, but I want to add some colour. I don't want to go too deep into that shadow, but we definitely want there to be a line there. It's more important for males than females. Just make sure we've got enough shadow under here and under here. So I've mixed in shrapnel red and peanut butter for this shadow colour, because I actually want it to be more of a glaze of a dark colour than an actual dark colour. Alright, and now the moment of truth, highlighting colour. So I just want to touch this on a couple of little areas as the brightest lights on the skin tone. So Captain Carp, I have a fantastic product called Joe Sonia's Magic Mix, which I use for diluting my paints, adding to glazes, all sorts of great stuff. And I'll show you what that product looks like. Hello, Rapid Transit. I just realised I zoomed back out because I was thinking I was going to do something and then I kept painting. One of your best, Deno. One of your absolute fucking best. All time. You fucking dickhead. Alright. Yeah, that's actually a fair point. Fair point. I don't normally paint a figure in this many pieces, but again, I was just thinking to myself, wow, I really feel like I can stretch on this, and I want to. Joe Sonia Magic Mix. It is a sealer, extender, matte, medium, all sorts of gear. It's fantastic. I love it. Alright, let's paint these eyes, shall we? Let's get out a little teensy weensy brush. Nope. That one. Yep. Alright. The twisted eyes of the witch hunter. Toss a coin to your witcher. Oh, valley of plenty, oh, valley of plenty, oh, I. Oh, friend of humanity. I am generally just as surprised as you are, mate, when I get it right. Toss a coin to the chair. Oh, friend of humanity. All right. Well, I think this has been a successful face painting. But you know what we need to do? Is we need to put the head in the thing and see if it looks any good. No good to us if it looks like shit. I mean, I think that came out okay. What have we been doing that for? Hour 30? That's alright. Yeah, feels okay. Feels okay. May do a little tweaking once we get a few things done, but I like it. I like it a lot. Awesome. Alright. So, I'll just show you this cheeky little bad boy. Boom! Boom. That's too yellow. I need to change that. And I will. But first, let's decide this fabric colour. I am inclined to go with something neutral. Maybe just a neutral grey. Yeah, let's go this silver grey. We might add a wee splodge of signal blue, dark blue. There it is. Onto the palette. Alright, this is what we're looking at. So what we want this colour to be is dark, so that it contrasts with both the skin and the light armour. So we're going to probably use a little bit of airbrush in here. to cheat our way to victory. Reese 1, thanks for the follow, mate. Dun, 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 start spreading the news. Thanks, mate. I'm leaving today. I'm gonna be a part of it. New York, New York. If I can't make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Da, 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 da. Just doing a cheeky little bit of wet in wet blending here, friends. So I like using texture, particularly on fabrics, and one of the easiest ways I've found to get texture is actually to use the bristles of the brush when the brush is not going as well as it should be. Can actually create the texture for you. And again, the direction of the stroke becomes really important then. Rustic Man, thank you. What's going on, mate? Hey champion, what's happening? Oh, CHK. Tony, you amazing man. What is happening, mate? I would love to give you a shout out. I haven't fixed up my shout outing things yet. This is what I'm working on tonight. This is the face I just did. Do 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 do. Anyway, this is what we're working on. Hope you're all doing well. Great Spanish friends, what's happening? Hello. Thank you for the follow, Molly Raptor. Thanks, Reese. El Gato Plumilla, hello. Bunny, once again. I'm giving you a pay rise. I'm doubling your salary. Hola. Jagger Mage, hey mate. Hello Gretschger. The little CHK Murlocs I see. Thank you. Thank you, Molly Raptor from Barcelona. I have not been there. Hoping to go back to Spain in the next few years and go to Barcelona. We went to Sevilla a few years ago. Had an amazing time. Spain is possibly my favourite country in the world. Very beautiful, very hot, great food, very nice people. These bags on blue. I'm leaving today. I'm gonna be a part of it. New York, New York. If I can't make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. Look at me going, painting the back of a model. What is happening? Must be something wrong. Somebody stop me. No, really, somebody stop me. This is fucking pointless. No one's going to look at this side. I'm about to spray that fucker green anyway. Oh, mate. Welcome to Townsville. Love beautiful Townsville. I visited there many years ago. Went over to Magnetic Island. Stayed with my cousin who was living up there for work. Beautiful place. Went to the Strand, kicked a footy around. Went to the Mad Cow. How good. Yeah, no, we're going okay, mate. We haven't actually had a proper lockdown for about 2 months, and even then our worst lockdown was only 8 days, which is significantly better than our very unfortunate friends in the chat from Melbourne, who have been in lockdown for approximately 800 years. But fortunately they're coming out of it, or at least somewhat coming out of it. Is it Friday, friends? Are you coming out of the lockdown? Is that right? It's pretty exciting if that's the case. Awesome. Get a gun colour gold. Get a bit more time, bunny, eh? Without those pesky customers. Cool. Yeah. I've been living the dream because all of my stores, we don't have to worry about any visits from the shoppo, from the bosses. So the shops can just do whatever the fuck you want, mate. No one cares. Right. Let's do a wee smidge of shadowy stuff-ish. Yeah, so do I. I like the blue on the back too. I'm about to add a little bit more now. Subtly, I hope. As you know, subtle's my middle name. No. Subtle. The new fragrance by Trent Dawson. Imagine if I did have a fragrance. I can guarantee you, like fucking certain, that there would not be any fucking subtlety to the smell. It would punch you in the genitals. Alright. What would it smell of? Yeah, matte varnish is probably a good shout. Sweat. Big man lives in Brisbane. Yeah, bit of Hugo aroma. Sweet little kid that he is. It'd be an interesting aroma, wouldn't it? Alright, let's just sharpen up a few of these lights. Yeah. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything you do just turns me on. I resolve to call her up 1,000 times a day. Ask her if she'll marry me some old-fashioned way. Always be alone. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything you do just turns me on. Alright. I think we... Yep, I'm not going to fuck around with that anymore. That can be done. Done. Call that shit a day. Oh, Pate Monday, Anulan. Welcome. Okay. So, let's do this little space. Must I always be alone? It is unusual of me not to build it actually completely. Hina painting. Hiya. Welcome, champion. G'day, Weetabix. Hello. How are you? Salute. Hola. What is happening? Hina painting? How was your stream? What did you paint? I assume you painted something based on your name, Hina Painting. The only time I do sub-assemblies, the only time, is when I'm really conscious of trying to improve. Because then it's about what I can see, as opposed to what everyone else can see. Ah, Hina, bonjour, buongiorno. No, that's Italian, bonjour. Parlez-vous anglais? That's about all I got. That's about all I can remember from my time in France. All right. Yes, Bunny, you've picked a good night to be nominated a new mod. I apologise for that. It's not my intention. True. Very true indeed. Climb 86, thanks for the follow, champion. I will fire him. You got to turn up to work for someone to fire you though, Bunny. I suppose technically we could push for abandonment of employment. G'day, Climb, what's happening, mate? Abandonment of shit works well too, you know. This doesn't really need to have a lot of work done to it, this little area. I'm just doing it because I can see it a little bit. So, just want to make sure it's actually reading as metal when you spin the model around. Must I always be alone? I really need to dive into this metal a little bit more. Like this colour. I think there's some merit in this colour. Or the process rather that I've used. This metal. Ah, thanks Weetabix. Well, I apologise, my French is very, very poor. Alright, that's probably enough for there, I reckon. And we might tweak a little bit. Tweak a little bit. Definitely need more orange deno. Alright, let's do the book. The book. Let's try some genuine wet in wet mushing about. Couldn't agree more, mate. All right. Leather, whoa, 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 leather. You are the easiest thing to paint because you don't have to do anything good. Just smoosh it on leather and then let your inks do the work. Oh, leather. I love it when you are on my models, leather. Mr. Mayhem Lives. I'm sure that was meant to be Mr. Mayhem Lives, but I'm going to say Mr. Mayhem, as if you have manufactured yourself a hem in the month of May. Well done, sir. I wish I could also sew. Well, you're in luck, my friend. You can spend points and make me sing whatever you want. And I'll do my darndest. Bunny, please, you're making me feel bad. I'll stop making you a mod if you don't calm down. No one's here for actual proper stuff, mate. Everyone's just here to hang out. You don't have to do anything. I promise. Okay, well, you do you, girlfriend. Alright. I just fucking love doing leather. Like, you can't go wrong. You just get a little bit of this shit going on. Fucking bang. Fucking bang, bang. And then you just go a couple of different colours of ink, contrast paint. Let's start with some Agaros Dunes. 31,000. Stop it. Seriously, stop it. Well, there's a little boy waiting at the counter of a corner shop. He's been waiting down there, waiting half the day. His dreams walk in and now they never stop. He's been pushed around, knocked to the ground. He gets to his feet and he says, "What about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough, now I want my share. Can't you see I want to live? But you just take more than you give. What about me?" Nobody's changed, nobody's been saved, and I'm feeling cold and alone. I guess I'm lucky, I smile a lot, but sometimes I wish for more than I've got. What about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough, now I want my share. Can't you see I won't live? But you just take more. You just take more than you give. What about me? What do you want, Frog Jim? Or was that you just paying for me singing that, which I just did for free? Alright. I'm pretty sure I just sung that. Are you suggesting you'd like me to sing it again? Well, there's a little boy waiting at the counter of a corner shop. He's been waiting down there, waiting half the day. His dreams walk in and now they never stop. He's been pushed around, knocked to the ground. He gets to his feet and he says, "What about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough. Now I want my share. Can't you see I want to live? But you just take more than you give. What about Ben? What about his erection?" Party Monday, my man. Welcome. Welcome. And if you're new here on Party Monday, which there's many people here that are new, I'm guessing. Don't know how many people are watching, but we've had 4 raids, so I'm sure there's more than 6, which is Ben's highest ever view count. Just, we sing and we dress up on Party Monday. And we act like idiots. What is it? And if it's What About Me by Shannon Null, Prince Ali, Ali is he, Ali Ababwa, strong as 10 regular men, something to do. And try your best to go by. Just another ordinary something something Prince Ali. Ali is he, Ali Ababwa. Now try your best to go by. Look, I do love me. I love the carpet ride bit. That's my favourite song from that movie. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. And tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, pouring over and under on a magic carpet ride. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear. Now I'm in a whole new world with you. Now I'm in a whole new world. Unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world. I'm having a great night. I'm loving painting this model, not gonna lie. This is an absolute rip snorter of a model, and I'm enjoying it. Don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. Can't go back to where I used to be. The Grammy definitely goes to anyone but me. Look at that, how good does that leather look? You just can't go wrong with contrast paints and that sort of shit, can you? Oh, Rapid Transit, what can I sing for you, mate? Oh, another one of my favourites. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to greet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's place. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. up in the sun, they fade away. We get the urge and start to play. Something, it's something, something, it's something under the sea. It's a serious pain strain. Come on. Come on. Wish I could be part of that world. With day underneath these waters, how can I live? Something, it's something warm on the sand. Wish I had a land where they don't reprimand their daughters. Something, it's something, something, it's something, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Do something, get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore this world up above? Wish I could be something, something, part of that world. Look, my knowledge of songs is not exhaustive. I remember a lot of songs, but I don't remember the words to all of them. But I'm out here doing my best. So cut a guy some slack for forgetting the lyrics. Please. One thing that I find really, really annoying, but invariably is not actually a big deal, is these little fucking marks you get on 3D printed sculptos. Just the layer lines. You can see it particularly here on this little thing. Oh, I can't do that one. I can't remember that one at all. I should remember it, but I can't remember it. Or just a serious one for a second. How good is leather when you just do that, eh? Like, it just looks way better than any other shit you do. It just makes the rest of this paint job look like dog shit. Because I can do leather really well. Oh no, when did I get that on there? That's fucking bad, didn't I? Come off, please. One of your best, Tenno. Alright, into this. And this. Lasona1, thank you for the follow. in Moana. What can I say except you're welcome? The tides that flow from the sea. I swear it's okay, you're welcome. I guess that's just my way of being me. You're welcome. You're welcome. See you, Plank. And thank you. Mate, would you believe we still haven't ended up playing it? The last few, like we've been playing we started a campaign of C4. You know, the legacy game that everyone was raving about before it came out, and then after it came out, everyone stopped talking about it because it's not really very good. Well, it might be good. The problem is it takes so long to get to the point where where you find out it's good, because the game starts with, as most legacy games do, very few rules. So as you progress, it opens up more opportunities for rules and blah 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 blah. So one of the guys played halfway through a campaign and said, "Oh, it's pretty good when you get to XYZ moment." And everyone was selling copies of C4 for like $20 for a while. So we bought a brand new copy and we thought we'd just give it a red hot crack. And it's been pretty fun so far. I didn't play the first time, so I'm enjoying it thus far. It's not my favourite game that I've ever played, but it's got some cool shit happening in it. So we've been playing that because it's a 5-player game. We tend to play when we have 5 people rock up to games night. We tend to play the 5-player games, even if we've got a brand new 4-player game, because we just want to try play the 5-player games when we can. We've observed this really interesting dynamic, which is that most 5-player games that we've played, and that's a lot, they're just better at 4. Like, there's very few games we've played where we've been like, wow, that is actually an out and out 5-player game. Played at 5 players, that's the best player count you can play it at. There's a couple, but majority of the games that we play in 5-player, we go, yep, that is a 4-player game that has been stretched out to 5 because of game groups like ours where there's 5 players and you need a 5-player option. Is that the new Battlestar Galactica thing, port? Unfathomable? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Cthulhu, Battlestar. Yeah, cool. That's usually the best metric for me about, was a game any good? It's less about mechanics, usually. Most of the time the question is just, am I excited about playing this again? Like, do I want to crank it out again straight away or soon? Hey, was it someone on this stream that was chatting about Lock and Key? Recommended it was a pretty good time. Yeah. That's Nemesis in a nutshell, mate. Mind you, there will come a time in the future where you'll be like, yeah, fuck, wouldn't mind cracking out a game of Nemesis now, and just having a laugh and having some crazy shit happen. And then you're packing away for another 6 to 12 months. You may be looking at this and going, Deno, what about the gold? What about the reflections of the gold? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten the reflections of the gold. It will happen. Probably. Seriously, has anyone in the chat not heard me talk about Ted Lasso yet? If you haven't heard me talk about Ted Lasso, fucking go and watch it. It's the best show that's come out in the last few years. It's fucking great. I love it. I want to be more like Ted in my real life. It drives my girlfriend mental how much I like Ted Lasso. But you know what I think drives her more mental? How much she likes Ted Lasso. She was sure she was going to hate it. Absolutely convinced it was going to be terrible. Oh, wow, wow. I'll take Nate's place, mate. Alright. One thing I've done wrong on this non-metallic metal, something I talked about a lot, just about how I need to have more shadows. So we might try re-adding some shadows. G'day, Mittens. What's going on? You're a rock star. Carry on. Oh, it's me run. Thanks, Spotty Shark, for the follow. I was soaring ever higher, but blew too high. Said my life again still was a blind man. Ship on the ocean. Hear voices when I'm screaming. I can hear them say. Thanks, Mittens. Ah, Spotties. What's going on, Ledge? Beautiful Brisbane. How good is no lockdown? Whereabouts in Brisbane are you from, Ledge? I can hear them say. Alright. Now we'll try and put this creamy yellow in there. We might just do a little bit of this colour first. Careful to fortune, and I hear them say. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no, don't you cry no more. Ah, Wynnum what? Beautiful. I'm in Chermside, but I work out near Wynnum sometimes. I went for a walk along the water the other day. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Tingalpa. Yeah, nice. What do you paint, champion? If anything? Nice. Sweet. Painted a few tau in my time, actually. Very cool models to paint. I'm trying to, yes. That's what the intent is. Not sure we're landing it just yet, but we'll hopefully get there. It always tends to look pretty bad up close, so if we do a zoom out, we may look a little more convincing. Not yet. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Yeah. See, this bit looks cool. That looks cool. Hopefully. Maybe not on this piece like perfectly, but we'll learn. Alright, thanks for the raid. Mittens, you're amazing. Everyone should go follow Mittens. Very hard working and speaks like 19 languages. What a legend. About 18 and a half more than I do. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Crazy. Ciao. Ciao, Bella. Alright. Well, I think that's looking okay. Let's just zoom out. We can have a look at the actual effect. Not too bad. Not too bad. Do a couple of little... Alright, let's just do these little strappy bits, I think, and then we might call it a day for tonight. These little leather strappy bits. We'll probably just follow the rough same approach we did last time for the leather bits. Haha, mate, it's my pleasure. I do a Sunday morning stream for my American friends, but yeah, generally I stream Monday nights this time and Wednesday nights this time, and sometimes I'll have a cheeky stream another time as well. But yeah, welcome, mate. Love chatting to people from Brisbane. Love Brisbane. Thank you, Robbie's Hobbies. Yes, I am indeed trying to give it a little bit more on this one. Still far from perfect. Oh yeah, it was pissing down before. It was still raining just before, but it sounds like it's died off a bit now. But this afternoon, fuck, it was bucketing down. Absolutely bucketing down. Start spreading the news. I'm living today. I'm gonna be part of it. New York, New York. If I can't make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. Always, mate. Always winning. Thanks, Dad. Alright, Captain Carp. See you, buddy. These vagabond blues. Alright, where's me Cygor Brown contrast paint, eh? There you are. It's not hoovering actually, it's a hairdryer. It would be good though. I have done some hoovering, I did have to turn my thing off. Did have to turn my microphone off because everyone was like, that's so fucking loud, Deno. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Alright. Thank you, mate. It's something I've been working on, this piece, stretching it a little bit. G'day, Chuhan. The biggest fucking challenge for me here is painting this to look like the metal is reflecting the gold and not just painting gold. So friends, our next stream for Big Deno Paints will be on Wednesday night. Around the same time as this one was. And then next week I'm doing my monthly stream on Word Miniatures channel. So highly recommend coming and saying g'day on there if you want to see me paint another one of their little fucking goblin riding legends. And then we're starting our big diorama. I might grab out the diorama now actually and show you the basing work that I did, plinth work. It's too big for this anyway, so, but here we go. So, thanks Stilla, you're a superstar. Bunny, get on that shit. So yeah, I've put a nice clean black edge around there. We've got a whole plinth. We got the got all the details, all the spots for the dude. So I just got to sort this bit out down the bottom, do some more sanding and grassing and stuff, and then I think we'll be ready to get priming. Get priming on that bad boy. G'day Stilla, what's happening, you superstar? How's your painting going? How's your Oily Fans page going? You still doing the Oily Fans? Crazy number of raids tonight. Awesome. Yes, I'm doing wonderfully well today. I'm really enjoying painting this cool model. That's generally what happens. Yeah, I usually catch a lot of the European guys just as they're starting. So we tend to catch some of the Americans that finished up. They had a late night stream. They tend to pop in here. Oi, have you got Alex and Marco's? I'll show you. This is fucking great. I need to get some water anyway. Hang on. Okay. Do you mean Renaissance cats, or do you mean cats that look like Renaissance paintings? Because Alex's mum made me these fridge magnets as a thank you for staying at her house. How cool are they? The cat with the pearl earring. So good. Yeah. That's a great present from Alex. Great picture. Alright. Wow, this piece is quite something. Not giving myself a rap there for my paint job. I was just saying there's a lot of fucking detail on this little jobbo. So I still feel like the gold's not quite finished on this piece. It doesn't quite read as gold to me yet. Looks close, particularly in some areas, but I think I just need a little bit more orange, a little bit more light, some sparkly lights to help brighten it up, which I think will help it make it look like gold. Always believe in your gold. Gold. Now that you're bound to return. There's something you should learn. You're indestructible, always believe in your gold. Have a fantastic time making pizzas, still a rebel. Thanks for the raid. What a legend. Alright, let's get a little bit of this going on. Good. It's the final countdown. We're leaving tonight. I swear there is nowhere to run. Leaving time. It's the final countdown. The final countdown. Hello, Emeriku. Thank you. Yes, this is my Gryffindor tie, mate. Yes, thank you. Alright. I think we should call it there, friends. It's been the requisite 3 hours that I set myself. But I reckon we might just do a cheeky little assembly. Put it all together, see how it's all looking. Alright. Step 1, cut a hole in a box. Step 2, put your junk in that box. Step 3, make her open the box, and that's the way you do it. It's my dick in a box. I'm not sure on this. I think I might make this black. I was trying to go for a like a coppery look, but I just don't think it's working. It's just contrasting to it's not contrasting enough with the gold. So. Put a little bit of glue, the old. There's a few areas in the gold where we need to possibly add some more shadows. I'll talk through those actually, since I'm doing this not just by myself. I feel like we need a shadow in this area here. Just sort of that rounded shape there. Same with that. Just to reinforce that, we need to tweak this a little bit here, add some reflective lights. We definitely need to add more of this bright yellow colour into the highlights of the gold, particularly on this edge, particularly on these lights. The book looks good actually, I'm happy with the book. It sort of ties into the colour palette. You know what we need to do though, we might just add a little bit of coolness to it. I don't mean coolness as in, wow that's cool, don't know. Just a bit of blue, just to tone it down a bit, cool it up a bit. Give us a tiny bit more contrast versus the gold. The skull I think will do silver, same as this sort of colour. I feel like it needs the sort of the silver skull. This area here we need to add more light. So what we want to really do is bring the focus into the face. So really like up the contrast around these areas to really pump up the face, so that you get a lot of attention drawn there. Part of the challenge with this model is this sort of blocks the gaze. So this is our front on angle, like that. So yeah, I think we'll make this black, which will just tone that area down, allow the gold to sing a bit more. We'll make this silver, increase the values here, add a few more little shadows in here, a few more lights, and then not sure, I feel like we might add more to this silver area, or this cloak colour. And yeah, we need to do the green on that side obviously, but that's a problem for another day. All about that contrast, mate. I want so much contrast, it's punching you in the face. G'day TJ, thanks mate. Alright, well, on that note friends, we'll probably keep going with this on Wednesday night. We may switch over and finish off Eldarian, who's sort of very close. No, this is just actually a piece of old wood that a mate of mine chopped up and yeah, turned it into a plinth. Doesn't come on this base, but Felt like he needed an imposing base. It definitely just needs the gold. Part of my problem with gold and making it look right, I don't have enough dark colours in there. I really need to add more dark colours. When you look at it under normal light, it's the lack of dark colours that make the gold not look like gold. This actually looks like the best part right here. But that's because I've added the highlights up enough. Anyway. Alright friends, it's been a great stream. I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed painting this tonight. Enjoyed a bit of singing, a bit of champion singing. Let's go find a legend we can raid. Let me just turn this on so you can all see me. This way again. It's the final countdown. Oh, what's this person doing? I don't think I've seen Kawao TV before.
Könnt ihr gerne reinschauen. Es gibt auch andere Spiele, die jetzt gerade um 50% reduziert sind. Jede Woche,
I wish I spoke German. I don't. But that guy looked like Santa Claus and he was excited. That's great stuff. That's great stuff. Oh, what is happening, Deno? What have you done? Can you just calm down with everything that you're doing? Everyone's always banging on about light mode, mate. What's wrong with light mode? Fucking hell. Why? What's wrong with light mode? I don't understand. Alright. Yeah, it is very bright. So am I. I do like Jesus Gomez, miniature painter, but I believe he's only Spanish. What's he painting there? Nice backdrop. Ooh, cool. We're painting goblins, Gorka Girl.
That's their favourite character. She's
That does
cool.
look like 1080p, friends.
I'm quite fond of her as well. There were other characters I liked, but
If that's 1080p, I'll give
they
the game
came
away.
out, so, you know.
Maybe that'll help. Nah, don't know if I can do it with that. It's hard to see what's happening there. What's this champion doing? 540p source. Come on, son. Pull your head in. Ain't nobody got time for that. Rosen's medal. I do like your enthusiasm for those two legends. I do like JG miniature painter. He's an awesome dude. Alright, let's go raid. JG miniature painter. He's a very good painter. Excellent painter, actually. Raid. Raid. Alright friends, it's been a glorious evening. I hope you all have a fantastic day or evening, depending on where you are. Look forward to seeing you all again on Wednesday night's stream. Big Deno out. Raid! Oh my god, we're about to raid with 69 viewers! Oh shit!
Vamos, Big Deno. Bienvenidos. Welcome a todos los que venís por parte de Big Deno. Por eso, gracias, Ross. Pues tío, estoy aquí dándole vueltas a esto, a ver cómo voy metiéndome con las nubes.